Hello, everyone. This is Grand Madam, and I know I've been away from a while. I'm slowly but surely returning here. I've been caretaking for a family member who is in recovery from that nasty bug that's going around. Folks, let me tell you something. You think the disease is bad? The recovery is just as bad. They call the folks who take months to recover long haulers. And it is a very long and arduous haul. But moving right along, I'm here with you right now. As you can see, I'm not in my office. I am, when I can read, wherever I can find a spot left in the house that's not covered with medical supplies, vitamin supplements, canned goods, and other assorted things, okay? Nebulizers. So here I am. Now, I have been, you all heard on the news, I heard on the news about this murder of this IG model. She was, her stage name was Mercedes Morr, and she was allegedly murdered by I have to say allegedly for legal purposes, Kevin Accorto. And nobody knows what's going on, a lot of speculation. So I'm going to find out. I'm going to ask the cards what led up to this murder. It was a violent one. There was a fight. And how are they connected, if at all? Let's just see what was going on. Now, I'm going to start off. I'm calling in their angels, not them, because I know after a trauma like that, their souls are nowhere near ready. I don't know what you get talking to someone in that state of heart or mind. Yes, I do know what you get. No, we don't want that. I'm going to use the Dark Goddess deck to look at the energy, okay, of what was the energy between Moore and Accorto? What was the energy? What was the energy? The Dark Goddess deck can give you not only the energy, but the story behind it. I just want to see what the energy was. What was the energy between the two? If there was energy that led up to the murder. What was the energy? Was it a stalker? Was it some fruitcake that got into her building? Was he a friend? What was the energy? What was the energy that led up to this murder? Are you sure? Okay. Spirit just redirected me. Or let's say I'm clairaudient, so my energy redirected me. Oh boy. Okay. Goddess Inara talks about trickery. So there was trickery about. Oya talks about deliverance. When Oya comes through, she is the Orisha, the African Orisha of the winds and the graveyard. When this lady comes through, everything gets wiped out. And now we hear Sedna. Left abandoned by the murder of her first husband, played and laughed at by Loki, married Odin, became the second wife, never a happy camper. She did take revenge on Loki, though. So we have trickery, deliverance, abandonment, and then we have basically abandonment with a vengeance. Sheesh. Okay, I'll read it like this. Let's look into the trickery. What was the trickery? Did I get my little cards? Hold on a second. I think I smudged every card I have here. Give me a minute. Except these little cards. Sometimes because they're so little, I miss them. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. All right. What is this trickery about, Spirit? What is trickery? Two of Wands fell out. Let's see if it comes out again. What kind of trickery is this? What is the trickery, Spirit? Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Money is involved. Knight of Wands, someone who rushes in and rushes out. That's your free spirit. And, ooh, Queen of Wands. This would be Mercedes. Here we have the moon. Delusions, fantasies. And somebody's been put through an emotional ringer and coming out of it. Here's a businesswoman. Queen of Pentacles and a romantic gesture, romantic offer. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay. Okay. Well, folks, in this corner, we have issues over money or a gift to someone who is in and out of someone's life, who had a lot of secrets. One more card. All right. This is I use these cards as, I guess you call it descriptors. This is a promotional piece, so I will assume this is like social media. So what was happening is someone felt tricked. This is going to be him. He felt tricked because he offered a gift or money, and then he comes to find out that this young lady was nothing like she portrayed herself to be on camera. He's looking for this. This is the Queen of Wands, and here she's down to earth. She's not about any of that stuff off camera. She's hmm. So do we have some self-deception here? In other words, she's acting. That was her character. That was not her. All right. Oh boy. So basically, he felt betrayed and tricked because she did not meet his fantasy in her life. That's wild. Okay. Let's see what this deliverance is. Deliverance from what? It's like I need a couple packs of those little cards. Oh, this is so sad. Deliverance. Oh my God. Another way of looking at this is that money was sent, packages sent, gifts were sent to this wildly passionate woman only to find out a very nonchalant, emotionally withdrawn businesswoman was the real person. I mean, this is the type of woman who'll give you the world if she loves you, but if you're not in her inner circle, no. So let's look at what is Oya's deliverance about. What is deliverance? All right, back to this again. Deliverance. The moon. Fantasies, delusions, dreams. Oh boy. Sneaking out the back way. Cheating, lying. A complete false image. Total false image. A lot of communication. See, that's what this is all about. A lot of communication based on a false image, based on a character. Based on a character. Do we need to go? Can we explain? This person, somebody had feelings of abandonment, and then they hooked up with somebody online. It's probably Mercedes, obviously her, and fell in love with a character. Let me see. Let's take this a little further. I am those over there. These here. Where am I? What was the nature? We used the little Normans. What was the nature of Morr's relationship with our Accorto? What was the nature of their relationship? Was there even one? And there's some women who can provide fantasies, but let me tell you, folks, I'm not going to put anybody's name out there. I have had male clients on more than one occasion, 2 and 3 occasions, who have fallen in love with their escorts. And they are in deep agony because they want to know, will there ever be a future with them? And the best I could tell them was that you are her favorite customer. That was the best I could do. What I did not say to them was that some of those girls were lesbians and not interested in men at all. Men with their business after a certain time or a certain day of the week. When they come home, they did not want to see a man, okay? So, fellas, if you are paying out there to play, you keep it in the front of your mind that this is just a business transaction. This is a fantasy. This is not a real woman. So what was the nature of their relationship? What was the nature of their relationships? The nature of their relationship. Accorto and Amor. And you know, this kind of thing happens when you meet celebrities in the street sometimes. When you meet celebrities in the street, they can be one way with you in front of the public, but if you run into them in a parking lot or at the store, they may not want any bother with you. It could have been that way too, but we're going to find out. The nature of their relationship. Oh, wait, whoa. Okay, hold on. At the swans, we have the moon, we have the clouds. Let me put one more down there. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Okay. The love was a fantasy. And this lady was totally confused when he came through that door. And it was all long distance stuff. Okay. One more. Let me pull out the kippers. Tell me about. I'm looking for something specific from the kippers. Tell me about Mercedes Morr and Kevin Accorto. Mercedes Morr and Kevin Accorto. Did she know him before? Ah. The thoughts going through my mind right now. I've got to refocus and get back into spirituality. They're so sad. They're so very sad. Okay. Overall energy. Courthouse. Occupation. Okay, so we're talking about agreements and contracts here. Expectation was not being met. Long distance. They were not together, they were apart. I'm telling you, this looks like one of those guys fell in love with a fantasy girl. Some coins were spent. And somebody was really, no shit, bad health. Somebody ended up dead. I have a feeling she had been having problems with him before, main male. That could have been involved him going to court, imprisonment. What is it? TRO, temporary restraining order, maybe? Yeah, concern. That's probably her mother, father. Here's a wealthy man. He's the one spending the change. Not spending that much. Toil and labor. Beef. So he believes she stole from him. He didn't have that much. I don't know why it's coming. Or maybe she. A new beginning. This sounds like my clients, folks. It sounds like some of the male clients that I have in the community. This sounds like the male clients that I have who have literally fallen in love with their women. They spend, women for hire, straight up. They're escorts, and they just got stuck in a fantasy of all their. This fantasy turned into something more sinister. This thing came out into oh god, their total reality. And they could not understand why they were not all that they put in to this relationship that was in their head. They weren't getting anything for it. Very little came out of it. And I would go as far as saying some of these guys were going sick with it. Mm-hmm. Okay, what can I say? This is what it looks like to me. This is what it looks like to me. And as soon as they find, oh, shucks. And when they find out that the woman doesn't feel that way, or the transgender person doesn't feel that way, Well, the guy doesn't feel that way, things can get pretty dangerous because their fantasy's been destroyed. The lie they've been telling themselves has been called out. And then they get angry. I'm so sorry for all this situation. But this happens, folks, a lot more often than you think. Sometimes it just ends up with a temporary restraining order. Other times it can be more, it can be lethal. This is Grand Madam. I am going to get those astral readings out. It's just been very, very time consuming, this caretaking business. Okay, I'm surprised I got through this one without somebody hollering, "Ma!" Cough, cough, cough. All right, folks, I'm wrapping it up right here. I will see you next with Aries. Okay, I'm going to do Aries first for the month. Well, let's do it for 2 months at a time. What was I going to say? Till next time. Much love.